started coming like around the sofa, but it was dark.
Dark meaning evil?
Yeah.
Sure what this is. It's a strange light. I'm recording this. Just hovering out in the field.
That's the crazy thing to me, because I've always seen like a dark, shadowy figure somewhere in the night. Things people try to explain, but can't explain it. It's unexplainable. Some of the things that happen, there's no way you can. That little white house I lived in, lay down on the couch watching TV. I don't know if I fell asleep, unless you're actually there and you go through it and you witness it and you live it. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't understand unless they actually live it. They actually go through some kind of experience. I felt like I woke up, like I opened my eyes. The TV was kind of fuzzy, staticky, and I hear like a whispering, like somebody's talking in the house, but I knew nobody was in the house with me. I kind of slowly looked over and I see this little girl. Well, it's not a little girl, but like a woman sitting on the couch. She's sitting like this. She got her head down, and this black hair just draping over, and almost like a white gown, but it was transparent, like you could see through. I remember I was trying to hear, like I couldn't hear what it was saying, so I stopped for a second. I could hear the whispering, just like a low, soft tone whisper. And at that point I knew that something wasn't right. It didn't feel like a dream, it felt like a reality, like this was really happening. I could feel it inside. So I got scared. I slowly started to make my way up the sofa, and I was watching it, and I was just slowly, and she was completely still, just sitting there like this. And once I got up to the arm of the sofa and I was kind of sitting and I was still watching her, she just got up. There was no body movements. There was no like anything to get up. It just like rose up. So at that point I jumped off. I started backing towards the door, and then she started coming like around the sofa and like just floating. There was no movements to the body. It was almost like she was leaning forward. Her arms were just hanging there, just jet black hair, and there's no feet, no nothing, just kind of moving towards me. And then like when she got to the corner, she didn't like turn. There was no like a blink of an eye. She just faced me. And by that point I was already backed up to the door. So I grabbed the door, I flung it open, and I took off running outside. I'm running down the street. It's foggy, early morning hours, and I was just running, just trying to get away. And then she just popped up right in front of me. There's no feet, you couldn't see anything on the ground, and she's just like hovering towards me. Arms draped down, hair just draped down, and she just floating towards me, like just. So I just turned around and I took off running. I ran through the grass. I'm running back to the house, but for some reason I ran this way back toward the road, and I got by my mailbox and she popped up right there again, and just still whispering. And she started coming towards me again on the road, just levitating, like no feet, no nothing on the ground, just moving towards me. So I took off running back to the house, threw the door open, shut it, ran in there. I jumped back on the sofa, and I remember just clenching up, and everything in me, I was just praying, just this ain't real, this ain't real, just make it go away, just make it go away. And I don't know if I woke up or what happened, but I just remember opening my eyes and the TV was back on, but my feet were soaking wet, like I just ran through the dewy grass. Feet was soaking wet, I was freezing cold. People that's closed-minded, that don't want to accept the fact that we're not alone, that there's something else here on this earth with us, that we don't know what it is, where it comes from, what the intentions are.
Look at that, I'm zoomed in on it all the way, look at that. It's just freaking hovering out there. That's low too on the horizon.
A reddish glow to it, huh?
Yeah, it got a reddish orangish glow to it. Huh?
Well, definitely not of this world. It's it's spiritual, supernatural. Never had any kind of night terrors or any sleepwalking episodes or anything like that. For my feet to be soaking wet and my body freezing cold like it was, told me that I just came from outside. And whatever I was running from was there at the time. Something that's not really supposed to be here. Something that's, you don't know what the intentions are.
That's a set tripod, dude. Look. Yeah. It's almost to the bottom of the screen.
Weird the way it's glowing.
It's like it's pulsing.
Yeah.
It's going down, dude.
I can't even see with my eyes no more.
It keeps disappearing.
Yeah.
What was the feeling you was getting? Was it trying to get you to hurt you? Was it trying to get you to speak to you? What
I don't feel like it. I felt like if it was there to hurt me, it would have. It had opportunity to. I mean, it was floating. Whatever it was there for, it wasn't to harm me, but it was dark.
Dark meaning evil.
Yeah, I've never been scared like that. Like I've never had that type of fear come over my body. Nothing ever shook me to my core like that. Like it was deep. It was deep, and I was terrified. It's not about if they believe you or not, it's what you know you went through. Doesn't matter if anybody believes you or not. It doesn't affect whether it happened or not. Just because people don't believe you. When you know it, you know it. If it happened, it happened. I believe majority of the people keep it to themselves because they scared of the reaction they get from everybody else. It's not drunk stories or things that you thought you seen. It's clear as day, it's plain as sight. You look out into the darkness.
Alright, this is another light, very similar to the one we just seen. Just hovering over there in the horizon. I'm trying to see if this one's gonna move too. I have the camera set up on the tripod, it's not moving. Nobody's touching the camera. And this thing is definitely getting closer to the top of my screen. So it's moving.
Straight up.
It's going up. The other one was going down. Yeah, it's getting closer and closer to the top of the screen. Yeah, rather, and it just imploded. You saw that?
No. I only try to talk to people who've gone through the same things because they actually know and they're open to it. So when I tell them the things that I've gone through, they're more open-minded to it than, say, people that just chalk it up to the wind blowing. But that's what they do. So when I start talking about this, they like, yeah, no, man, it's just, it's your imagination. You know what I mean? They just chalk it up just like they do for themselves. But if they actually stop and accept what's going on, things people try to explain but can't explain it. It's unexplainable.